When a company tells the public one thing but demands another from its employees, the resulting friction destroys the business from the inside out. This disconnect creates immediate confusion on the ground. Worse, it directly compromises the company's integrity in the eyes of the market. Take the case of a major health insurance provider. They ran consumer ads claiming patient welfare was their #1 priority. Behind closed doors, management ordered employees to focus exclusively on cost reductions to boost stock options. The result is inevitable. Any public promise of an elevated customer experience will collapse if leadership fails to align internal behavior with that new standard. Factoring in the workforce isn't an optional step. An external campaign constructed without internal input often breeds immediate active resentment among the staff tasked with delivering it. In 1996, United Airlines launched its Rising campaign, attempting to differentiate themselves by publicly acknowledging poor service records and promising incremental improvements. While logically sound to executives, focusing an entire campaign on how much customers hated flying was deeply insulting to the daily workforce. Staff morale plummeted. This internal opposition made it impossible for United to actually deliver the better meals and service they had promised, forcing the company to pull the campaign completely 3 years later. Identifying a valid customer pain point is a standard advertising tactic, but that strategy fails if it actively alienates the people required to fix the problem. The most effective solution is two-way branding. This tactic uses a single, high-profile external advertisement to simultaneously communicate a new vision to consumers and direct the behavior of internal staff. IBM executed this in 1997. They purchased an 8-page spread in the Wall Street Journal, declaring their new e-business direction. It was an expensive, unmistakable signal that forced the entire corporation to align around a single, transparent goal. However, effective alignment requires strategic tension. You must keep external promises slightly ahead of current internal realities. This gap provides employees with a tangible incentive to elevate their performance. Ford proved this in the 1980s. By turning the internal goal, "Quality is job one," into a public slogan before the claim was fully justified, they gave their workforce the exact pressure needed to match the reliability of their Japanese competitors. But stretch that gap too far and it breaks. British Rail prematurely launched a "We're Getting There" campaign. The reality of the service fell so short of the promise that it triggered hostile press coverage, entirely demoralizing a staff that had been making steady, legitimate progress. A calculated gap between your public claims and your current capacity drives innovation. Pushing that promise past the breaking point destroys your credibility with your market and your workforce. Corporate integrity requires strict alignment. Link your internal directives directly to your external marketing and carefully calibrate your public promises against your actual capacity to deliver. This briefing is provided by the IELTS Focus. Contact us via Zalo at 084-770-5973.